Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about 7 things that I want to see in Scream 7. Let's go.
I'll be right back.
Hello, Detective Ben.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
The first thing we're talking about is Ghostface with guns. In 6, we had the bodega scene where Ghostface was hunting down Sam and Tara with a shotgun trying to kill him. We've really never seen that before. We've had the Ghostfaces reveal having a pistol to keep the characters where they want as they talk all their shit about their motive. In 7, an interesting thing would be for Ghostface to have firearms as a common thing while chasing and attacking people. Ghostface could use guns to have victims more vulnerable while attacking them, and then use the trademark knife later once they have them trapped and talk all their shit on why they are doing this. The next one is pretty big, and that is Neve Campbell, aka Sidney Prescott, not being in 7. She already got her send-off in 6 with Gail telling Sam and Tara that Sid, Mark, and the kids moved somewhere safe. I get that Sid's character is so big that her pretty much being out of the franchise in a line or two could be considered disrespectful as a quote-unquote send-off or happy ending. But as you know, she wasn't in 6 because of a financial disagreement. Of course, it's possible she could be in 7, especially if it's the last movie in the franchise, but it looks like she has joined the writer's strike that is going on and is affecting franchises that I like, including Scream, The Last of Us Season 2, and The Walking Dead spin-offs. Neve could use this strike more than ever to demand financial compensation to what she feels is at least fair, since she is the leading girl that made the franchise. But based on her barely being in 5 and not in 6, the franchise seems to be moving forward pretty good without her. Next is that the Scream movies are getting longer. To me, if you are really into a movie during the viewing experience, I like long movies and don't want them to end, especially if we're into it. And we know, at minimum, it could be possibly years before we see the next one to continue the story. Next, I've talked about this several times in previous videos, but what needs to happen is if we get where Ghostface attacks someone and they are stabbed several times, they need to be dead. Ghostface needs to hold his shock and danger factor back up, that when Ghostface gets someone, they need to be done and gone, not still alive after being stabbed a bunch of times. In the first 4 Scream movies, when Ghostface attacked someone, they were pretty much dead. In 5 and 6, people surviving is pretty much a coin toss, and characters are surviving way too much, but takes the danger factor away from a Scream movie. Building up characters and afraid to kill them off takes away from how quote-unquote real these movies are supposed to be. Next, I'd like the Ghostface identity rule to be broken again. In 5, Richie and Amber were the only pair of Ghostfaces that weren't related to a main character from a movie before it. In 2, we had Mrs. Loomis. 3, we had Roman. 4, we had Jill, and in 6, we had the Bailey family that was related to Richie. I think in 7, having Ghostface or the Ghostfaces completely not related to anyone would be cool. Ghostface is always related to someone is pretty much a trademark, and it could use a change up in my opinion. Next, an early Ghostface reveal. This happened at the start of 6, seeing a Ghostface reveal, but was killed right after. I think switching the role up for us knowing who Ghostface is for most of a movie and seeing how the person is amongst all the characters with planning, attacking, and even killing them while pretending to grieve when around to others later would be something completely new. I know the big reveal at the end is important, but I feel like something else different could still happen for the climax to have an impact. I just want to see something different. Last would be a big character return such as Jill or Stu, who I feel could and should definitely make a return. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see happen in Scream 7 with all the stuff that I talked about. Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.